Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to move on with amateur K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Would you welcome first, into the blue corner, representing Tanner's gym, Depac, Dhar. And ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing the Storm Gym, Spranger.
Right, so we move on from the juniors to amateur K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Depac Dhar from Tanner's gym in the blue corner, Spranger from the local Storm gym in the red.
Final checkovers by the referee before the action gets underway.
Yes, and like Muay Thai again, very aggressive art K1, a lot of emphasis placed on the aggressive fighter, the man in the centre of the ring, trying to take the fight to his opponent. But unlike Muay Thai, when you throw the teep, if the leg's caught, the instantaneous reply has to come automatically. The same with the clinch. It's one technique, break. You can always clinch again, which people forget, but you must show that clean break before you come back in. That's the difference with the K1 rules to the Muay Thai rules. So they touch gloves, George, and we're ready for our first adult action of the evening. Full contact K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action.
And when there's no clinch, it means that we get to see some more clean techniques as opposed to more coming together. So some people prefer K1, some people prefer Muay Thai, but everyone to their own. We're here full contact K1 rules, and we're starting to see some quite punishing leg kicks.
That's right, both men testing each other with the leg kicks and taking in turns to take centre ring. Now, one of the things I feel strongly about K1 is getting in your fighter's head to take that centre. When aggression is scored so heavily, it's psychological to the judges. You see the man in the centre of the ring pushing forward. When everything else is equal, that's what you're looking for. That said, Spranger doing an excellent job on the counter here.
On the outside, yeah. On the outside, choosing his time to explode and come forward.
Depac Dhar closing his man down, and again testing with those low kicks. Over 3 rounds they'll take their toll if they're not checked. Inside leg kick this time from Spranger. Oh, best kick of the fight so far from Dhar to the midsection, but I like the way both men are working their way in. They don't look amateur, they look professional in outlook, George.
Yeah, that was a good left hook right there by Ben Spranger.
Yes, they're working their way in nicely. A big right hand from Spranger, misses the mark, bit telegraphed there, and you can see the redness across his midsection from that superb kick earlier in the round from Depac Dhar.
Yeah, Spranger looking a bit bruised in the midsection and on the leg too. If you look at his left leg, the leg kicks are taking his toll.
And again, you saw the frustration there, a bit out of range. So round 2 of a potential 3. Good measured opening from both men. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that was a real risk, but I think, like we saw in our previous fight, they'll step it up now as the rounds go on here in round 2. They've had a good look at each other.
Once again, Dhar taking centre of the ring, showing the aggression, but Spranger comes back with some explosive punches, as he's shown in the first round. It seems to be his forte, the boxing. For Spranger, he wants to show his hands, wait for his time and explode, but Dhar's neutralising him on the whole with the kicks, whether it be to the leg and the body, you know.
You're right, there's good hands from Spranger, but Dhar showed with that little hook to the body and the jab to the body that actually he's no slouch there either, and then he puts those chops. That's what you want to see more from Spranger to match Dhar. That one just slightly low, which is a shame, because for the first time Spranger showed that actually he can kick with the same intensity that Dhar was showing in that opening round.
Yeah, that looked like a solid leg kick. It's unfortunate that he tried to follow up and it accidentally caught him down below, but that, as you say, that was a great leg kick, and it was the first time we've seen him show that he's got explosive kicks as well as explosive hands.
Very unfortunate, the follow-up, as I said, and Depac Dhar not making a fuss. He's saying, I'm ready. He's got up to 5 minutes to recover, but he's not needing any of it. He's saying he's ready to go again. And it's good because they were just getting a nice rhythm going. The tempo was increasing here in the second.
Yeah, these guys are amateurs, but you can see that they've got the fire in their belly just like any other pro.
And again, Dhar taking the centre of the ring, but when he lets go, Spranger's very impressive on the counter. He doesn't mind taking the outside and fighting on the counter, but as you can see, when he does let go with the kicks as well, he's a very dangerous young man.
He's a powerful guy. He's showing some. If you notice, he keeps throwing a very unorthodox little teep to the knee of Dhar.
Yes, and that'll either land on the knee or on the thigh muscle, which will deaden it, but he just wobbled Dhar slightly there. And again, that left hook and the right. George, it's that left hook you mentioned that's setting up everything else, and Dhar wobbled there for the second time.
Yeah, Spranger's catching him at will with the hands, you know. That's what's setting up everything, and he looks like he's wobbled Dhar. He keeps catching him with a left hook, and now it seems that his leg kicks are being even more effective because he's wobbled him. But Dhar comes straight forward. He's back at the centre of the ring, and he's coming forward, showing that he's got some boxing too.
But there's that left hand again. It goes through the channel, and it's been the difference between the two men. And there's that little teep kick. Didn't quite find its range this time. And now Dhar comes back. Excellent second round. They really did step it up.
It's a hard one for the judges. It is. I wouldn't want that job.
But what it does do is it sets this third round up very nicely indeed. Especially if the judges see it the same way as us. There's still everything to fight for here. And this time it's Spranger that unloads with the kicks, and it's the right hook from Dhar. Complete reversal from the previous round. Now George, Dhar keeps coming forward, but the problem for him is Spranger is good on the counter. He's happy on the back foot.
That's exactly the game plan from Spranger. He's on the ropes, and it looks like Dhar's pushing forward, but he chooses his times to counter and just be explosive with a boxing. You'll notice he'll throw the left hook. He's throwing it consistently. Look.
And the left and right landed there, and you heard the crowd's response, and suddenly Dhar is backed up with these heavy punches. Again, he took the Dhar right hook on the arm, and that explosive left hook came over and the right followed. And to me, that's the difference between the two men since about the middle of round two.
It's a 3 2-minute round fight, and I think of the two, it's affected Dhar, the cardio-wise. You know, they're both very fit lads, but it seems that Spranger is the more fresh of the two in the third round.
And again, the left hook, you can hear the crowd's response to it, and he chops away with that lead leg as well there, as we saw, to the thigh of Dhar. And what he does, I notice, is even though he's on the back foot, he stays busy, and it's up and down. Gives Dhar a lot to think about as he's coming forward. Like then, that to me, that was the thigh, not the groin.
I'd agree. I don't believe that was the groin.
I felt that one landed cleanly on the thigh, took him off balance, if anything, rather than hit the groin. And that's what I was just about to say, was the fact that I like the way Spranger is mixing it up, and he's having a word with the judge. As I said, it was a split second. I might be wrong, but I felt that landed on the top of the thigh.
I'm pretty sure Dapper Grappler could get us a replay on that one.
Now he's being warned by our referee, so we have to take it as read that it is a low blow, which is a shame because the momentum was really good there. But one thing it did highlight was the fact that Spranger is very good up and down, and he's making Dhar think all the time, even when he's coming forward.
Yeah, he keeps changing it up. He makes you think he's one-dimensional, and then he'll blast you with a leg kick.
Oh, and the right hand, left leg low kick, superb there from Spranger. And again, chops that low kick in the hands. And a big display by the red corner here in the third, which I think could be the difference between the two fighters in making sure that he gets this decision. Dhar's doing the right thing. Now it's Spranger's time to say, I got it in the groin.
Payback's
and he's nodding to his corner and smiling, he's taking it. But I think Dhar needs a really big finish here, because for me Spranger is really catching the eye here in the third.
Spranger taking his time to get over the incident. Of the two, I think the rest is more needed for Dhar.
Yes, his corner was saying the overhand bolo right punch, like it's thrown like a cricketer bowls a ball, and it comes over the guard. And I think they've got a point here, because I really think he needs something big in this third round to catch the judges' eyes, because Spranger has shown the judges enough. There you go, that right hand. He almost landed it, Dhar. Listened to his corner, and it was a vicious punch. But I just think in a very, very good fight, too little too late in the third, and for me the third was the defining round. So I'm going to go out on a limb, George, and say I think Spranger's taken it, but what a great fight.
I'd have to agree with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I make the announcement, let's hear it for both fighters in the ring. Excellent bout indeed. Hard K1 action. But we do have a unanimous decision. Our judges in favour of the red corner, Ben Spranger.